Hello everyone and welcome to League Review. I'm your host William and we are doing week 2 of the LPL this week. So far this week we had actually a really good week for the most part in the LPL, not in a but in the LPL we had a 3-1 week, but we also what I forgot to mention last time is I wanted to do these game predictions on my predictions, where kind of a point system here, where it'd be 2 points for the correct pick and 1 point for the correct amount of games that you predict. And so just to add it, just to give some meaning to these, because like last year I'd be like 2-1, and if it was a 2-0 I would still get the correct answer because I got the correct team right. But like, so it kind of was pointless to do those games. But yeah, so we're gonna do it. I'm going to do it this way for this, the LCK and LMS, and whatever has best of threes. So we had a pretty good week. Started out rough. Let's get right into match history. Edward Gaming comes in with GG. This guy, I believe the top comment on Reddit was I didn't know where MLXG went, or like MLXG's playing under a different name on a different team. He didn't retire. Yeah, this guy was so ham on the Olaf, and he just absolutely obliterated pretty much all of Sino Dragon. Sino Dragon really were not in this game. They were kind of getting there, honestly, until Chang Hong flashed over the Raptor pit and tried to get iBoy, but you usually can't do enough damage to kill an ADC as a Scion in late game. So then they kind of gave up a Baron off of that, and after that it was all EDG. Even game number 2 was even worse for Zhao Peng. He just got destroyed to this Olaf. Went 6-0-4. We had Jinnu on the Akali. He had a fantastic first 2 games with EDG as well. And just Scout and iBoy, they had really good second game. The second game was just a complete blowout, as you can tell. It was a 14k gold lead, and I believe it doesn't say the time here, but it was a very quick game. 20 kills to 6, 10 towers to 1. You get the picture. This is very reminiscent of Spring Split, where EDG started out the regular season. First game of Spring Split was EDG versus Sino Dragon. Now it's EDG versus Dominus, but same team, just different name. And they started out 2-0 against Sino Dragon again. And yeah, I'm very disappointed with them after coming off of a Nest victory. I figured that Sino Dragon would actually do a lot better than what they did. But EDG coming with 2-0, I'm very excited to see how GG plays. They didn't start Clear Love, which kind of surprised me, honestly. But if this guy is going to play that aggressive and that successful, they might have something here at EDG. Next was Fun Plus Phoenix versus JD Gaming. We predicted this one correctly. Fun Plus Phoenix starting out this season very strong with a 25-5 kill lead. They just absolutely destroyed JD Gaming, and we just flat out. I'm not on the team. But Dwayne B on the Renekton, it just 10-0-6. Gimgoon on the Rise, 4-1-9. TN 4-0-12 on the Zinzao. They just simply outmatched. Zuma had a terrible day. Terrible game, 1-6 on the Victor. I hate the Victor top, as you all know. But Yagao on the Aurelia also didn't do strong. And I mean, it was just an all-around slaughter. Everyone did bad. It was one of those games. I lied. That was, what? That's weird. It glitched out and was showing game number 2, but game number 1 was also a blowout. It was 17-2, so it wasn't much better. They were both blowouts. I got confused. Zoom was on the Aurelia on game number 1. My apologies. And he went 0-5, and then he went onto the Victor and went 1-6. So he went Zoom starting out the season 1-11. 1-11-1 is Zoom. Let's take a now. I feel bad because Zoom is pretty awesome, but he's sitting at a 0.18 KDA to start the year. Not good. Gimgoon went 3-0-8 on Silas, and TN absolutely destroyed on the Olaf. Olaf, you're going to see a lot of priority in the LPL, especially. Just had a lot of staying power. Definitely going to be a top pick. Series number 3, we had LGD versus Victory 5, and we predicted this one correct. I was so happy with the game results this week. We had Lies on the Victor in game number 1, Victory 5 won. I'm telling you, Victor top is 0-2 to start the year. Don't play it. It's not good. Not good at all. It's 14-1, just a straight blowout of game. 1 kill, 1 tower, 1 dragon is all LGD got. Kramer went 0-2, and RD went 0-2 on the Taric. I don't like the Taric without the soda. It just doesn't do as much, especially not as much as Nautilus and Sivir. It just wasn't good. Game number 2. We had LGD come back with a Nico top. They had 3-2 and 11 for Lies. He had a fantastic game, much better than that score says. Those assists were very powerful. I just have like the hiccups right now or something in my throat. Sorry. Condi was 6-7 and 20 on the Jarvan. He got a lot of assists. RD 3-2 and 20, and Kramer just popped off on the Lucian 11-1 and 18. We had as you can see, the Sivir Nautilus did not work into the Galio Lucian, as that they just dominated early and they kept dominating the whole game. 27-15 was a very bloody game. In game number 3, LGD had a 12k gold lead, 18-5. This one was a blowout. 10-2 towers, 2 inhibs, 4 dragons to none. Lies played the Hecarim, 2-1-9. That Hecarim, man, he just kept. You just twirl and twirl that thing, and you just heal so much. I hate that champion. We had the Sona actually without the Taric this time, but they paired it with the Lucian, and you had Kaisa on or Y4, not Kaisa. You had Kaisa on go 2 and 3. Alays, it's almost like Ale from OMG last year or last split, but it's Alays with a Z, and it's not the same person. I don't believe, at least. But we went 1-5 and 2 on the Renekton. Not good. This was a bad Olaf game by Ben 4. It's kind of useless the whole game, and you had Yuki on the Nico as well. Was Max on Yumi, by the way? I forgot what he was on, but it's not showing. But yeah, it was a good victory for LGD to start the year off 1-0. I think they're gonna improve this year, and I think that Victory 5 is gonna really struggle this year. Next, we had Team WE versus RNG. And RNG, this first game was pretty close. It was actually a lot of Zhao Ale playing Akali for the first time, and you had Lang X, who is previously known as Zhao Ale from Sunning. He has changed his name. I did not know that last podcast. But yeah, you have Mystic was playing Sivir, but they were just getting destroyed. Uzi looked 7-2 and 5. You're like, oh wow, he did really good. Not really. He got a quadra kill at the end. It was a very impressive quadra kill. He was just kind of like soloing the whole team in the back line, which is really weird. But before that, he was 3-2, and he really wasn't doing much. It was all Karsa, Lang X, and Zhao, or Zhaohu, not Zhao. Yeah, they were all dominating. We saw Twisted Fate for the first time in about a year in LPL, and it didn't look great. I like the idea of Twisted Fate. I think we're going to see Twisted Fate pop up a lot, especially with Trinity Force. And so far, the 3 Twisted Fates I've seen have never built Trinity Force yet. So hopefully that changes, because they've all lost. I think they're 0-3 out of all regions. Oh. And game number 2 was a super blowout. 19-7 in kills, 9 towers to 2, 2 inhibs, 0, 1 Baron, none, 3 dragons with none. Lang X. I still want to call him Zhao Ale, but Lang X had 2-0 and 4. Zhaohu went 1-3 and 14 on the Karma. They actually were abusing Karma a little bit in the lane, but this was all Karsa, by the way. 11-1 and 5 on the Olaf. He just absolutely dominated this game. Wasn't even close. And then we had Uzi at 5-1 and 8. Obviously, he was doing pretty good on Uzi. They actually did a binding on the bot lane on Karsa, on Mystic, 3 times before laning phase. Like it was, Mystic I would have been so tilted if I was him. But yeah, those were the games. We only had 4 series this week. So power rankings, we have IG still number 1. Nothing changed too much because only 8 teams played. I still have FPX number 2. They definitely performed what I expected them to do. So we'll just talk about the teams actually that moved up. EDG, I have actually. Let's do a little change here on the fly. We're gonna move EDG above JDG, as JDG's loss did not look good at all against Sunning, or against FPX. And yeah, that was. And EDG looked very impressive against Dominus. So I'm moving them all the way up to number 5. I'm really excited to see what they can do with that new jungler. Billy stayed 7, moved down Dominus from 6 to 8. Sunning moves up by default because they were number 10 and Team WE was number 9. And I thought Team WE just had a really bad game or a series against RNG that they didn't deserve to stay because I felt it was kind of equal. So Sunning is the beneficiary of that. And then LGD, I'm keeping them the same at the moment. And no, we'll move them up. Look at that, 2 changes on the fly. Li Ning, the new former Snake, and this was LGD. Look at that, 2 changes on the fly. As I'm like looking at them, I'm like, they deserved it. They won their game against Victory 5, who was a team that I have down here at 14. Oops, and I think that they would still stay at 14. I think Rogue Warriors at 15 and OMG at 16 is still valid in my opinion. We'll have to see how it goes though. Of course. And oops, this isn't bolded. But yeah, I think that that should be about how the teams look right now, at least, in my opinion. And we have I don't have players of the game. I don't think we're gonna do players of the game this split or players of the week until the updated podcast. That's when I will do it. But without that, it's kind of hard because I don't have any stats on the screen and stuff. So we're just gonna jump right into week one. This is week two, William. Week two predictions. How about that? It's gonna be a quick podcast today, maybe. Okay, so let's go to LOL Esports. Don't need the LCS, but we do need the LPL. So first up, we have Vici Gaming versus Sunning. So Vici Gaming and Sunning are both starting their first games of the year, and we're gonna see a lot of. I'm kind of interested to see how Sunning is going to play without Zhao Il, now Lang X, or Lang. I think it's Lang X. Is that how you say it? But yeah, we're gonna see how Sunning plays without him, as they kind of were benching him towards the end of the year because they didn't want to. They wanted to dedicate more resources to the bot lane, and he kind of demands more resources to the top, so it just wasn't working anymore. And Vici Gaming coming off the last place split, but they won so many individual games, and with that, I don't think that Vici Gaming improved enough, even though Sunning declined. I think Sunning will still be able to handle Vici Gaming, but I do think it'll be 2-1. I think Vici Gaming is going to come right back to their old ways and go to a game 3 and then somehow blow it. Hopefully not for the. I mean, I want my pick to be right, but hopefully not for their sake because I really want to see them improve. I absolutely believe in this Vici Gaming team to at least not get last place this split. They had so many individual game wins, they just could not seal any series last split. Game number 2 should be easy. We do have big news from Invictus Gaming. Balan has been benched. I should be more prepared, but I don't have the support name that is replacing him. But Balan is being benched from IG at the beginning of at the beginning of the split. Let me try and see if I can find. Yes, there it is. Newcomer Lucas. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Reddit. See, we all use Reddit, but newcomer Lucas is going to be taking the place of Invictus Gaming. I don't think this will impact Invictus Gaming enough. I think they're going to be coming in hungry this year. Dominus is already 0-1. They did win Nest, but I don't think they're going to have enough to beat Invictus Gaming. I think this will be a 2-0 Invictus Gaming with the Shy and the Shy and Rookie are just going to pop off. I think Invictus Gaming is going to be upset from MSI, and I think they're going to be dominating the LPL this split. Could be wrong, though. The Revenge Tour. Next, we have Victory 5 versus Billy Billy. Like I've said before, I think Victory 5 is going to be a bottom tier team this year. They were kind of last year as well, or last split. But I think they're really going to be at this split. I can actually see them honestly being like dead last. That's how not up on I am on this team. Maybe competing with OMG and Rogue Warriors potentially. Rogue Warriors has potential. I just don't see it at the moment, but they had the potential. I don't see the current talent level. It's like they can do really bad or really good at this point. But I think Victory 5 is one of those really bad teams without much potential at the moment. So I think Billy Billy should be able to handle them pretty easily. 2-0. I think Billy Billy is going to have a good year coming off a heartbreaking end to the season last split where they actually were pretty much in the top 4 the entire year, entire spring split, but then the last 3 weeks they lost almost all their games and eventually finished in 9th place off of tiebreakers and unfortunately missed playoffs. Next we have LNG, which is formerly Snake, versus JDG. I actually am going to pick LNG this game. I believe that's what I had. I do my predictions before the podcast. Oh yes, I did. I had LNG. This is my upset of the week. I think that LNG is actually going to be pretty decent this year. I can see this team making playoffs, 8 seed possibly, but they're gonna have to work for it. And I really think people are a little high on JDG. JDG was okay last year, I thought, but they just got on that really hot streak during finals or during playoffs, and I think that I don't know. I think they're only a 7, 8, 9-ish, around there, and I have Snake or leaning in 12th, so it's not that big of an upset. But they started out strong last year, or a Snake that is, and I think that they're gonna start out strong this year, at least with the 2-1 victory over JDG. I don't like the when Flawless is cold, and he's cold right now. It's really bad for JDG. We have LGD versus RNG, both 1-0 to start the year. However, I think that RNG's win was a little more impressive as LGD took down Victory 5 and RNG took down Team WE. And both of them, or I think Victory 5 is going to be a poor team, and it was 2-1 as well. I think RNG should be fine. They looked really good, and I'm actually really looking forward to watching them. If top wasn't so dominant last year, I would definitely put RNG above even more right now. But I want to wait and see before I make any rash decisions like that. RNG 2-0, pretty simple. This one shouldn't be close. Even I believe it's in LGD's home arena, but it's okay. I don't think it'll be a problem. Team WE versus I actually don't. It might be in around RNG's arena. Team WE versus OMG. I think that this is going to be a good rebound game for Team WE after getting smacked by Royal Never Give Up. I think that OMG is currently the worst team in the LPL. But obviously, we can't tell because we've had 4 games so far. But just from my personal looking at the teams and like from last year and stuff, OMG really struggled and they didn't really make any improvements and they lost Ale as well. So I think that they're going to struggle again this year, and Team WE will come back after that really bad loss against RNG. I think it'll be a 2-0. Next, we have Billy Gaming versus Fun Plus Phoenix. I think that Fun Plus Phoenix will be able to. I think they're going to come out dominant as well. I think this is going to be a 4-horse race again between Fun Plus Phoenix, IG, Top, and Royal Never Give Up. I think they're going to beat up on the rest of the competition. I actually have Fun Plus Phoenix beating Billy 2-0 as well. I don't think Billy has enough to handle with Doinby, and I don't think Kuro has enough to stay with him. He played really well in the first game, their first series of the year, and I think that Fun Plus Phoenix will continue to be playing really well. Look, a lot of 2-0s. Maybe it's just hopeful thinking from me, who's watching 13 League. I watched a lot of Brazil. I'm not gonna try and watch the wildcard. I'm going to watch the highlights of them. I should say, not try to watch them, but I'm gonna watch the highlights of the wildcard regions. And I was watching just the live games of Brazil because there wasn't many on this week, and it was pretty exciting. I actually went 7-1. Redemption only let me down in game number 7 there. But yeah, outside of that, I had a really good week, and I was very happy with myself for someone who had never seen a Brazilian game before, outside of Brazilian teams at international stage. All right, next we have IG versus LNG. I don't think this could be an upset, but I don't think so. I think IG coming in very strong. They're gonna start out 4-0. I am an IG fanboy. You guys know that. I really do like this IG team, even though they lost to my team, my personal team, like Team Liquid. But like, I think this IG team is still the best team in the world, and until they are proven otherwise outside of that Liquid series, I guess, because I guess they did technically prove otherwise. But I really think that they're going to just dominate the LPL this split with just pure hatred towards Team Liquid and just the rest of the world for failing at MSI. Top against Vici, I'm actually going to pick Top to win 2-1 just because I believe Vici Gaming will take... No, wait, I think I put it 2-0. I think I was thinking about it. Yeah, I picked 2-0. I was thinking about putting them 2-1, but I think Top is going to come out strong as this is their first game of the year against Vici Gaming. It's a pretty easy one to get out of the way, warm up a bit, and we're going to see Knight again, and I'm really excited. And now they're Top Esports, and I've got to pick them just for that because I called them Top Esports last split every single time, even though they were Top Sports. And now I'm happy that they changed their name just for me. I'm sure that's what they were doing. They're like, hey, that guy with like 20, 30 views on his podcast, like we're gonna change our name just for him. He struggles with it on that podcast. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Next we had Royal Never Give Up versus Rogue Warriors. This should be a very clean 2-0 again. Wait, I'm picking a lot of 2-0s. I just realized this week. I hope I'm right. Look at this. We got what is that? 5 2-0s in a row now? 6 2-0s in a row. I think that Royal Never Give Up is going to be a top 3 team this year. Arguably top number 1 from the way they looked in their first game of the year. But I'm going to exile this. I keep clicking it. They could, and I think Rogue Warriors are going to be a bottom 3 team. So top 3, bottom 3. It's too big of a gap to pick an upset on that. And I think with what's his name? Shoot, what's his name now? Is it Ling? No, I totally forgot Zhao Ail's new name. We're gonna look it up real quick. LPL scoreboard. I can't believe I forgot. Ling X. Yes. Hey, it's been Zhao Ail for a while, so getting used to it still. But yeah, I think his addition is going to just be huge for RNG, and we'll probably see them at Worlds again this year. But it's not confirmed with Top and Fun Plus Phoenix and a lot of these things. Even like EDG, JDG, Billy, Dominus, like they all have a chance for World. This is going to be a very exciting split for LPL again. Finally, we have Sunning. The last day is Sunning versus LGD. I believe I might have picked LGD. Yeah, I did. I did pick LGD to upset Sunning. I think the loss of Zhao Ail will impact them quite a bit, and I think that LGD with this will be able to take another victory and start the season 2-1. That sounds really weird for me, picking LGD as they had a terrible start of this split, last split, and I think that I just don't believe in the Sunning team at all. I really love Maple and I really love Sword Art. And I actually really love this Sunning team last split before the collapse, like back in February. January and February were fantastic months for Sunning. Outside of that, it was not good at all after Chinese New Year. And I think without Zhao Ail, this team is going to struggle quite a bit. I think they'll be good enough. I've predicted them to beat VG Gaming, but I don't think they'll be good enough to beat LGD. So then you might ask, why do you have LGD below them? And I want to give them benefit of a doubt that since they do have Maple and Sword Art, I think they have a better team than LGD. But I don't think it's enough. You can't pick always the favorite every time. Oop, 2-1, not 2-0. Finally broke this six game 2-0 predictions. So I had eight of the 12 things I've predicted for 2-0s. Actually, it's going to be 9 because I have EDG actually 2-0ing JD Gaming. Like, I know I feel like I never pick EDG, but I really think that JD Gaming team is going to struggle this year. I think they are a bottom tier playoff team to possibly missing the playoffs, and I think that EDG is I'm on that hype train. I'm going to just sell out. I'm on for me who last year from like week 2, week 3 that I said EDG was going to miss playoffs, and I was so close to being right, and they still got knocked out by Sino Dragon in the first round. But and I said Sino Dragon was going to knock them out of the playoffs before, like I thought Sino Dragon was going to be 8 and EDG would be 9. So it was kind of right. It was really close to being right. Ooh, that was loud. I apologize. But yeah, I am on the hype train. I'm in love with the jungler. He's looked like a mini Ning, like mini MLXG. I think that I'm just excited. I love seeing junglers like that are super aggressive and go all in. Not necessarily in my solo queue games, but you know, in pro play it's a lot of fun to watch. So I actually have EDG starting out the year 3-0, I believe. No, that's 2-0. They only play one game this week, right? Yes, they only play one game. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the podcast. Thank you guys for coming to watch today, and we will see you tomorrow for the LCS. I always forget. I want to do a question at the end. Who do you think will be the top 3 teams at the LPL? Because I remember I did questions at the beginning, and people would respond to it, and I kind of just stopped doing them. So if you're watching and you watched to this point, who are your top 3 teams in the LPL this split? Let me know. And thank you guys for coming to watch. We'll see you Monday, so tomorrow for the LCS. Tuesday will be LCK. Actually, yeah, I think we have an LCK podcast Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's right. LMS will be Wednesday. LEC is Thursday, and all the wild cards are Friday. I was thinking if LMS is actually going to be this week because I don't remember if they are. So let's see. They start on Wednesday. So actually, there will not be a Korean podcast this week because we've already done that. Thank you guys for watching though, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.